Alright, everybody, welcome to the Celebrate Show Live, where we control our own narratives and talk about the topics that we need to have in order to empower our community. I'm your host, Mr. Bray.
I'm Yada.
And today we will be talking about the state of hip hop and the music scene right now. We got a lot of great guests. We're going to talk about a whole lot of different things when it comes to hip hop. First, let me introduce our guest for today. I want to start with you, Sean. Just say what's up. Okay. My man, Steve.
Shanti, what's happening?
And Tess.
Say money.
Yes, so let's just go ahead and get started. So let's first go around and name your top artists that's current though. I don't want to hear about Jay-Z, Pop, Biggie.
You trying to
love them. No, they're not. They're not.
Oh, not current?
God bless the dead. Oh, well, not Cole, but.
What you mean? Just one shining. What you mean?
That was one song though.
I'm a bird, man.
Hey, look,
That's one song. Jay-Z and old
You
head.
got respect the greats, man.
You do, but this is current,
Yeah.
like a heavy hitter right now.
Jay-Z like Kobe. Like 2 years ago, when you talk about the great players, Kobe was already like cemented.
Yeah.
So he's not like Jay-Z's already he's in that Mount Rushmore. So you
Yes.
don't have to mention it.
Yes.
That's how I
Let
feel
him, yes. He's Mr. Title. He's Mr. Title right now.
Okay.
Alright, so let's start with you, Tess. Your top rappers who are current.
How many I get?
How many you got? I mean, I don't think it's that many.
Do 3 because 5 you might be thinking.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Drake.
Okay.
After Drake, I'm gonna go Kendrick.
Okay.
And after Kendrick, I'm gonna go Cole.
Cole. Okay. That's pretty, cookie cutter, obvious, but it's all good because it's true. It's true.
They don't
Literally,
even
But you're talking about
It's true.
mainstream though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Talking
you
about-
talking about
Yeah.
That's just
So
his top rappers. His
right.
top
That's my
rappers.
top
No,
right.
I mean, and I agree. I agree.
solid
That's
list.
it.
I was going for the hottest.
I'm the
No,
best.
it's
Yeah.
it's your personal list.
Right, Will.
That's current, like today. I'm not talking about like the last 5 years. I'm talking about like right now with the work that's put out right now. The albums right now, mixtapes right now. Who's the hottest? Okay, Steve.
I'm gonna have to say Kendrick. I like Dave East and maybe Cole and Wale. Like that's who best
You put-
rappers right now to me.
Cole and Wale, man. Alright.
I mean, I would.
Okay, we talking good later. Okay, we'll get to Wale a little bit later. Mine is definitely Kodak. Kodak is up there. Kanye, Big Sean.
Oh,
You talking about relevant Kodak rapper?
we gotta.
Kanye just put an album last year.
I mean, but Kanye still goes up. He goes up.
Kanye just put out a body of work though. That was great. He just put out. I could see if Jay-Z dropped a hot ass album like a year ago. Then
Okay.
he's current. He's more current. Kanye is more current than Jay-Z right now.
You're definitely right.
That's
Yeah.
another perfect question.
Well, everybody, if you don't know, Kanye's my favorite rapper anyway.
As you can see.
Yeah. So I can take my list because I do. To me, it's Travis Scott, Migos, and Kendrick, of course, up there too. So alright.
So we going off popularity, we going off lyrics.
I feel like she's the best right now.
Who's the
Who's
best?
the best to you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like Drake is definitely dominating the game right now. Like absolutely.
Yeah.
He's
We said
solidified.
rappers though. Like
You know what? Don't do Drizzy like he don't got. You know what? Don't.
I mean, but
He got bars.
he's not a
2-3 songs.
he's not a rapper. He's an artist.
But
But
when
he
he does,
got.
Rapper's an artist, right?
But he goes
He's
in.
No,
hip hop pop.
He's not a rapper though. Like
but
you
when
can't.
he does
Free
rap,
show,
he does it
free
better than
What you
everybody else.
mean?
I know, I understand what I'm saying when he raps, but we're talking to people that rap. Like their career is based off of rapping.
That's how he got on.
Is Drake-
No, I'm not saying that's how he got on.
No, I'm saying that's how he got on.
That's not how it's sustainable.
But my thing is he could go either way. He could drop all rap albums that gonna sell.
Most of his hits are rapping.
He can drop all singing. It's gonna sell. That's the thing. He's moving you. It's
What
gonna
I'm saying to you is like when we talk about rappers and we say rappers, there's like a certain style of being a rapper. There's not.
No, I get that, but
Right,
he's not there yet.
That's not a. He's not a rapper though. He's a,
Absolutely a rapper.
Well,
To being multifaceted doesn't take away from
rapping
the fact that he is a rapper.
Rapping started off like party music though.
Right,
Like,
that kind of
Drake is a rapper that puts out a lot of pop music also.
My thing is,
I do
he knows
like
how to
him as a
capitalize, but my
rapper.
thing is
I
his,
think
but his rap music never, like, it's not like his rap don't move, so he had to go on to other things. He just multifaceted, but I don't feel like that takes away from his rap abilities at all. He's definitely dominated the game. I love Dave East. I feel like he's slept on. He's super
definitely
underrated. A
slept on.
lot of people are hip to him.
He's
Like,
a-
wow, I'm trying to be with him.
I'm sleeping on him, but and not because it's like a full purpose. I'm just sleeping on him right
He's
now.
average. He's
Okay.
average.
Dave East.
He's average.
Girl,
He about to bring
see him, you
people
going
back.
to
I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to
But no, he's got bars
Rap
though.
just, I think Young M.A. rap just as good as him.
Oh my God.
Man, continue.
Okay, cool. I gotta finish her list.
All right.
Let's see if I can round out a third. You know who I really, it's gonna sound really like kind of weird though, but who I really love, who really in his bag right now? Offset.
Offset.
Oh,
So you want to
Migos,
say
Migos.
Migos?
Offset,
I was like,
but no.
all of them.
I mean, all of them, yeah, but I feel like he really in his bag this year, like for real.
Yeah, he's
Like,
definitely.
and
But
it's like a lot of people give Quavo the hype because
He is a
Quavo's
Beyonce.
like the feature. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is, but he's not even the best rapper in the group though.
He
But
not-
that-
he got, it's a package though. It's a package. He got
He's
the total
the
package.
feature king, so he's killing these features, but he's not even the best rapper in the group.
You take him out of the Migos, they won't be the Migos.
No.
I mean, yeah,
But-
it'll be Migos, but I feel like
Without
But if you take him without, if you take Quavo out of Migos, Quavo ain't gonna be the what you think.
I think Takeoff is the best rapper.
Because he is the rapper. You know, Quavo's like the
Quavo's like the little guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's right.
between
That's-
Takeoff and Offset.
They put all this
like
first,
back and back.
As
and then
one.
they just
Right.
fusion.
The Offset
Right.
and the Hammer.
Honestly, I don't feel like any of them independently, like outside of this, would really go but so far. I mean, you can do features, but I mean, like sustaining a solo career, like they kind of need each other. If you
Well,
go
I
and
think,
check
I
it.
think Quavo is going to be able to sustain a solid
he
solo
does.
career because what he has brought to the game, I think most of the game is kind of following as far as like sound.
Yeah.
He could do like a solo album one and then come back and still be like part of the group.
Quavo did what Future was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He did what Future, his niche
Well, I think he did.
better.
I think he did what Future did, but just doing it after Future. Because
I think he did it better than Future though.
Future's still doing it.
Right,
He's not doing it better than Quavo.
But Future.
Takeoff doing it better than Future.
No, I can't, because Future's one of my favorites. Because Future's definitely one of my favorites. though.
And he's
Like,
on a downward
and he's
spiral.
just, where? What damn? Girl, he just dropped two fire-ass projects.
You go,
Did you listen to Future and Hendrix? Girl, he just dropped two
I didn't like
That's
those
Jordan Lane. I was listening to Wale. How you like Last Calls? Like,
I don't. And that's
I feel
another
like
thing.
Future is definitely one of my faves though. Like, I feel like he makes good music. I can't say that he's like the most lyrical person.
No, I'm not expecting lyrics.
No, but I'm just saying, like, in my defense of that, like, he's not always the most lyrical, not the, you know what I'm saying? But it's
He's
like,
not the most lyrical.
you know what I mean. Like, he's not, because it's not always that makes good music for
Well,
people.
I think Future is like, I mean, that's why I'm saying rappers. Like, okay, when you say he makes good music, like what you're liking is the beat and maybe the hook. So like, you can get somebody to sing on the hook, you can get somebody to make a beat, but like his rapping is not what's holding.
of course, it's
Right,
This isn't
Right,
song
so-
making.
When you say the music, I don't really look at him as the music. I look at whoever's producing the actual record as, you know, the music. Because, I mean, he's just vibing on it.
Let's be clear though, on his projects, he only had like 2 or 3 great songs. The rest be like fillers. That doesn't mean you have a great project.
Right, I agree. I would agree with that.
well, this is what I can say.
Son,
You go to the club, you go to a party, 80% of the music is going to be Future's music.
Okay, so that's one little part of people's lives that you are good at providing the soundtrack for. 99% of your time you're not spending in the club. You know what I'm saying? So to make lasting good quality
But
music,
that's the same
The
music that you ride to. When you listen to
I can ride the Future.
I can.
I can ride to Migos though. I can play the Culture album from start to finish. I can't play no new Future from
I
start
can
to
play.
finish.
I can play
The
Future
music
or
is kind of
Hendrix.
the same.
Because I can play Future or Hendrix from start to finish. But the main place that I listen to music for the most part is while I'm in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the main time where you really just vibe to it. You on your Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? You got your little vibe going or whatever. But I listen to music for a lot of stuff I do. When I'm getting dressed, I got music playing. When I'm doing this, I'm doing that in the house, I got music playing. These are the kind of things that just come up in my shuffle, like, oh, let me run that back real quick. It's just like, that's how I kind of like calibrate, you know, what I'm really rocking with right now is based on how many times I really got to spend, you know, because I leave my Apple Music on shuffle.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, hold up, I gotta run this back. Oh, you know, let me just go ahead and play this whole album. Like a song will pop up, make you want to listen
It
to
all
the whole album.
depends on what mood you're in. Because sometimes I'm in the Nas mood, sometimes I'm in the Future mood. So it all depends.
That's true.
Yeah. Did you put your list out?
Oh, I got it. Let me hurry up. Okay. I got a long list. I'm gonna make
of
it fast.
new people, current people.
I mean, yeah, current
Okay,
people.
go ahead.
Alright, because I like everything.
Okay.
Dave East, he kills every freestyle.
Okay.
His
That's the
last
third
two
person.
mixtapes, crazy. You know what I mean? Moneybag Yo, a lot of people not hip to him yet.
Never heard of
I love Moneybag Yo. Okay. Lucci, I like Lucci. Migos, Future, and I like this cat. His name G Perico. He from Cali.
I never heard of it.
Never heard of
Dope. So he can out-rap all these battles.
I mean, I just be so surprised at the, but you know what? I feel like a lot of the teeny boppers are kind of like, man, Kendrick trash, and I'm just like, that's just because you want to hear the same. Yes.
He's not trash at all.
They just want to hear.
Top
They
five
just want to
right
hear
now.
some
Kendrick is
some yachty type shit.
top two.
No, but I tell you though, is I was saying somebody that great get washed so many songs. Like, okay,
But that's because
Power Circle, Gunplay, washed all
But
of
that's because, you know, realistically though, when he get on these tracks, he be on tracks he don't really have no business being on. Like, you
Remember
can't
Power
have a track
Circle that was on the MMG?
I do, but I can't really remember Kendrick's verse on this, so he may have got one.
He had the last verse. Gunplay washed him on cartoons and cereals. He washed him on that as well.
Oh.
What it is
What I'm saying, what is
Big Sean ripped him on Kendrick on
Control?
the DJ Khaled, the Holy
Holy Ghost, something like that.
He did.
I can't
See,
really
this is the thing though.
Yeah, but I can't really say Q Kendrick on that. I mean, I'll be
The
checking.
issue with
My
Kendrick-
criteria is a little bit different. I might because I'm older. It may be
How
because of
old are
that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We might be the same now, because I like Kendrick, but like I said, I be in different
Oh, yeah,
moods.
you
I can't listen to it all the time.
That's because there's a lot of consciousness in
I'm 39.
project.
So my criteria for rapping, you gotta be better than Biggie, Pop, Jay-Z, or Nas.
No one's gonna passion to me.
Right, so like that's my bar. So to say that somebody is like the hottest
You
or
don't
they're
think
the
you
best, yeah, like that's
Okay.
why I put Kendrick where I put him
I
because
don't
he's
even think
still
close to any one of them.
Yeah,
Their catalogs are too extensive. Like Nas and Jay got 10 albums. He got 3. And he doesn't put out like mixtapes or like he doesn't do a lot of features.
So you think Biggie, because Biggie only dropped those 2 albums.
Okay, y'all won me over with that. We had that.
And I'm not saying he can't.
Kendrick moves somebody that is in our normal top 5 out now. He's in that top 5 to me of all time.
Yeah. Just like
His
how
body,
people
okay, you say Nas and all them got these bodies of work. His first 3 bodies of work is on the same path of all of those rappers.
I would just
All critically acclaimed. All critically
So you
His
can't-
first 3 albums not better than DMX first 3
Okay,
albums.
so you can't say he's on that path though. But the point is that he's on it, even if you say he's not up there, he's saying he's on that path. Those
Oh,
three
he's
albums,
definitely-
he's on that
He's
path.
headed in that
legit.
direction.
I'm saying his music does
Yeah.
not have the replay value of Big Papa. One More Change.
You
It's
just
just
like
like
honey trees, swimming
Yeah, he's
pools.
got-
and J-Rock washed him with 1 verse.
I can't
He didn't wash him. J-Rock just did a great job.
Okay? I mean,
been on that song.
he did.
I just said,
He got records for those moments of this time.
His biggest hits, one with Drake is on it, because Drake was on it. All Right, but he's not really, no, and the song is great, all the awards, but he's not like really like spitting on it. Like,
Right,
what song would you say is like, you say, oh man, I always gotta listen to this Kendrick song? It was probably something off like Section 80.
No.
no.
Nah, Good Kid, Mad City got a lot of replay value.
Okay,
And
it does.
so
But would you put it up there with a Big Pimpin'? Would you put it up there with a song crowd like
If I gotta,
something
Big Pimpin'
if right now,
was
since
so
we said current,
Mhm.
if I gotta smack somebody right now, I want to make it look sexy.
Yeah.
So that's a vibe to me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's got those joints for the now.
He has the potential.
No, he's dope. He's
Yeah,
really
he's
There's no
better
potential.
artist.
There's no potential there. To me, there's
But-
nobody that's current that we
No,
say
I mean
right
as far as like to ascend to that level, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's there right now, but then again, his catalog is not as extensive, but he has the potential to get there. But a lot of the
Time.
teeny boppers really not
Skill
on the
set.
wave
Skill set, he's there.
of lyricism right now.
He
You
got
gotta
a
think
song
about,
that got better replay value than March Madness.
but you gotta.
I don't think so.
But you,
I
look
know.
where you
And he's
playing.
way dope in the future. So I'm not trying to take, because I see that your lyrics will do.
That's the thing, like money, poetic justice and money.
And you know why? Because of
We gonna
Drake.
be alright.
Oh yeah, dope.
I mean, what else is on?
Dope.
I'm trying to
But you don't hear those, but I'm saying, you don't hear those, they don't keep playing those songs.
It's not the same impact.
But that's right, because it's not clear. He's
But
not
it's like,
making
where you
club
playing
records.
that? Where you playing that?
He embodies everything. Future's just for the club. Like,
Tupac Dear Mama is not a club record. You would
I
have
know, but what I'm saying is that
On
Kendrick,
Mother's Day, that's it.
Kendrick can do all of that. Am I right or wrong? Kendrick is making records that's for the
He
streets,
can't
for the
do that.
conscious people, for the
Make it,
club.
let's do this.
Future's just making one thing for the
He
club.
is extremely multifaceted.
Yeah.
So he definitely has the potential to ascend to that level because he has those different levels. Like the same way Hope can give you a song cry and then still give you a big pimpin' and then still get like he, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going at all these different angles. So it's like he does embody those kind of traits to where it's like he can give you something for this, this, and this.
But Wale does the same thing.
He can give
Speaking of Wale, speaking of Wale, let me introduce this element to the conversation. So, of course, the top rappers are usually Cole, Drake, Kendrick. At one point, Wale was up there with in the conversation of J. Cole and Wale, and between them and now, something changed.
Them same dudes was watching him on tracks. Like, that's beautiful bliss. J. Cole watched him. J. Cole watched him like week old laundry.
Let me set the tone real quick. So he was with them at some point. He was in that conversation. Of course, he probably wasn't as good as some of them, but he was in that conversation. Between now and then, something has changed. Albums have flopped. Moments have been reduced to having a singer on the chorus and him rapping and having a beat that's super commercial. Like he got the chick songs. He's in that lane. And right now, I feel like Wale is complaining about, not being up there because he's putting thought into his lyrics and he's putting thought into his album. I listened to his most recent album. To me, it was not that good. I feel like he was reaching on a lot of stuff. What is Wale missing? Of course, if you're watching the show from anywhere else, we from the DMV area. So Wale is our artist, figuratively speaking, in this area. We got some other people coming up, but he's like the main one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's becoming trash, and his attitude has a lot to do with that. What y'all think about what's going on with Wale? And
Well, what it is, that's always been his lane. The chick lane has always been his lane. That's always been Wale's lane. Wale is not from the street, so Wale is not gonna rap about trap music. But the city's not gonna let him do that though. The city's not going to let him.
But neither is J. Cole.
But realistically though, he can't go into that lane. We're not letting him do that because you're not gonna talk about the streets like you live that life. This is the same dude who yells DC and they get mad like, nigga, you from Gaithersburg. Like they're not letting him swerve into that lane. So he has learned to stay in his lane. Is really what it is. So I don't feel like he's ever maneuvered out of his lane. Honestly, people are watching him.
I think that his skill set is still the same as far as being in that conversation, but his resignation with the people to receive him as a personality in his story is the major difference.
Absolutely.
You see how people have resonated and take on Kendrick's story. Only person that the fans take on and you don't really get his whole story is Big Sean. Wale, he's given us his story to a certain degree, but it doesn't resonate. It didn't resonate here initially. Like that comment, what she just said, oh, he ain't from DC, he from Gaithersburg. That was a stumbling block for him initially. So a certain element of the streets here, he never had them on his side, or it was always mixed reviews.
Absolutely.
So when it spread abroad, if everybody here is not 100% behind you or 90% behind you, when it gets ready to go other places, they feel it as well. That's what I think is happening as far as his name not being in that conversation.
But he also gets more support elsewhere than he does.
Yeah, because
and that was wild.
Wale's also, people just talk about albums. He's the second biggest selling artist on MMG. Meek Mill
But
is.
that's not saying a lot.
No, but that's what I'm saying to make this point. Meek Mill, I guess, is street.
Right.
Philly's a big city, and he flops. Wale, like y'all said, it's always been his lane. His biggest singles, you think, that Matrimony with Usher,
It's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Going in.
You don't even need Wale on there. No disrespect to Wale, because he can spit. That's one thing.
But he just makes the appropriate things
Yeah,
that
he
should have been on there.
Lotus Flower Bomb, you think, Miguel, that song got played over and over.
But he was replaceable. You could have inserted any artist into that
Yeah,
rap.
but it's still a song at the end of the day.
Right. Any artist is not going to take that risk and go make that record.
Right.
Kendrick can't make it. Is not going to go make that record.
You know who I thought couldn't do it?
J. Cole's
Meek.
not going to make that
But
record.
did you see Meek? Have you heard Meek's new album with Ty Dolla $ign and Chris Brown? I mean, his new record with them. That's a
typical
Wale-ish.
record, but is it going? It doesn't resonate with with Meek's Crowd.
Yeah.
So
But you know, he gets a whole
It's
other
like trying to conquer. Yeah, but you got to
Right,
stop.
he doesn't
I
have.
don't think so.
He
That's
doesn't
just
have
right.
Nicki. He
But
doesn't
who he
have
has
Nicki
on it?
by his side to make that record stick and living that lifestyle with him and Nicki. You
Right.
feeling that? Like
But who he
had
has
that
on it really is what allows that to happen. You
Yeah,
got Ty Dolla $ign, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like that it is. The thing with Wale is he's a very poetic kind of guy. He's a lyricist. I'll give him that. His content will sometimes whoosh, it'll go over a lot of people's head. But a lot of his issue that has, from what I've seen, just from the underground scene, from back in 06 when he was handing out mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? When I first met him, was it's the city. To be honest, his hometown don't back him. So what happens is because it's like at the time everybody wanted to be the one. We didn't really have nobody from here who was on. So when he got that Studio 54 situation going on, 43, excuse me, you know I'm thinking about the movie. My bad. When he got that, when he first got his foot in the door with that, and he signed with Interscope, and he dropped Jesus Christ, why can't I remember his name?
Attention Deficit.
Attention Deficit, which was literally one of my favorites for a long time. Attention Deficit went, and I could play that joint from top to bottom. Like, it's a great album.
It's a lot of stuff that he did at that time is also a reason why, like, we didn't have that rapper at the time. He did a lot of things to really like put himself there that compromised his integrity to other rappers and other people in the streets to propel himself to that platform. And that's
it wasn't with it. And that's the thing. When you're not getting that support in your hometown, it changes the way people view you. So
forget the hometown.
Couple that with the fact that
I don't think that's
but it's a negative.
That is why he's not in the conversation.
DC's not big enough. It's 24 square mileage. He's corny. If people
you want to argue with people about negativity all day.
Especially if women don't like you, who are a large part of the consumers, or if brothers like us think you corny and we have a personal bias, we don't care if you can rap.
Okay. That's his, like, it matters because he is, like, if your people here have issue with you, they're not coming to your shows when you're here, they're not supporting that. That corny factor matters. This is the same dude, you could compliment him, hey, yo, you went in on such and such or whatever, you won't hear a word from him, but he will argue with naysayers all day.
Yeah, it's his
that
attitude.
Shit is corny.
He has like a low self-esteem thing that like you can't be like
he got something to prove.
You feel like you can't be nice if you aren't getting recognition from like the masses. Like I always use the example of Fab. Like Fab is not getting that, you know, the status that he deserves by being a lyricist and all that. He got the chick songs that make it on the charts, but not his raps. But you don't see him walking around, you know, with his head hanging down, talking about how his not getting
the reason I say it doesn't matter to me, okay.
About the local.
Do you think Shy got respect for the streets? I mean, respect from the streets.
Shy Glizzy?
Yeah. You think Fat Trail does?
Yeah, like
he's still a bigger artist than them.
Right.
You think of like OGs who really been in the game, like my man Booby, certified.
You talking about
Yes. Right. Okay. He had Paul Wall on his music. He had Malice. He had Scarface on it. He had the first Gangsta Grizz.
He even had Gucci.
He was the first Bama really doing it, and he still couldn't get past that bump. And he got
that's the point, though.
No, Booby did everything that is protocol. This area propelling what he does didn't occur, and it wasn't because of hate. It was because
I wasn't saying hate. I'm just saying it's a balance.
Yeah, he's a balance. Authentic rapper from this area that has done all the things that you're supposed to do to propel to the next level. But I think the music that he was doing, there are other people in those lanes that are like flooding the market with it, like Gucci Man, Paul Wall, like those people are at their pinnacle flooding the market, and they only look at him as just an independent artist.
Right.
And
you gotta make space. You gotta have. You better carve that niche out.
But no,
right,
he's right. But I was saying to my point, because everything you said is accurate. I'm just saying this area is so small. It's not a huge city. You really don't need to have love here, because Wale said it when he went on tour with Bronson, when he went to Europe. Like your first singles with Lady Gaga. Like, he has love ever. He really doesn't.
Right. But what we're saying is it goes back to the point that it's like, why is his name not coming in these conversations? His name probably is coming up in other states' conversations, because you go to Georgia, they love him. You go to other states, they love him. Here, his name is not coming up in conversations. For those reasons.
She's speaking about abroad. Why doesn't his name get picked out from the Big Sean's, J. Cole?
Oh, because they're way better than him. I mean, he's
He be getting washed.
Or whether they better or not. Maybe it's like he don't know how to make songs good as they do. I don't know if he don't have the
It's like
He got the songs, the skill set, lyrical mechanics. Him and Kendrick is neck and neck.
No.
Yes.
That's the first thing I disagree with you today.
But
you know why he was getting put in that conversation? Because they're all of the same age.
No,
that's all they were.
But that's why we're talking about them, because of the time frame that they're in is them. Lyrical mechanics, you cannot tell me nobody out of all the people that we mentioned, he can tell you Wale does the
He up there with a loop bag?
Quadruple.
Yes. Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
He can rap. He can rap.
He can rap.
That nigga does triple.
No.
he got more sports references than a little
When he
bit.
does all these entendres that these dudes do, the stuff that they do is to a certain degree is simple. It's shit that Wale do that you got to rewind back and listen.
Okay, how about this? Let me ask this.
Right, that's all that is.
His personality.
His latest album. Take away the personality, take away all these perceptions that he has on him, take away all that shit. That latest album was fucking trash. As a whole, okay? The first joint on it was like that. I saw a couple of them was like that. His first single, PYT, trash. And he got
See, this is
trash. His latest album. The latest album was trash. You cannot compete with the Lupes and the Kendricks if you putting out Body of Work as your third or fourth album. That's trash.
This is what happens when he swerve out his lane though. Because this is not really like, it wasn't like that PYT joint. That's not really,
really not.
It was cheesy. That's not really Wale that I'm used to hearing. Like it was like, I didn't cop the album. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't cop the album. I wasn't feeling the singles. I was like, what is this? Like, this is not what I'm used to.
All right, like when you
from him.
listen to the I guess I want to say the ear of the people now. Like, people are really into the melodic singing type stuff, and he comes from the cloth of like rap skills.
Right.
Okay.
When he was really
So it comes off like you're trying to swerve into someone else's lane.
To a certain degree, but it's the way he's doing it. I think it's kind of organic. I'm just telling you, if anybody else does that shit, oh, he got that new hot, oh, he stepped it up. But his personality doesn't, or has already thrown a distaste in people's mouths.
Oh, yeah, that's
regardless of personality, PYT was trash.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that even if it wasn't trash, people still gonna feel a way about it.
Okay,
they don't like him.
PYT is trash, then Peekaboo is garbage.
Peekaboo is garbage.
Okay.
But that joint getting cranked though.
Right.
It's getting cranked.
Okay, but we're talking about what's good and what's not what gets the notoriety and what doesn't.
But the reality is that's how they engaging at off that airplay.
But what we talking about is what's actually
what's the better song,
good.
Peekaboo or PYT?
To be honest, I would rather listen to Peekaboo than PYT, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Wale, you're not doing your job. They don't like it.
Because I fuck with Wale because he's from the area. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Maryland. He's from Maryland. I don't fuck up that DC shit. I was born in DC. Everybody was born in DC. They got hospitals there. What the fuck? So anyway, but I'm saying that
that's a valid point.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this. His work is not reflective of the type of artist that he is. His personality is kind of fucked up, but his work, if he had much better work, it wouldn't matter. Like I said, that Meek Mill joint that he came out with the Tony Tone sample. I don't know if y'all heard it. It's like that. And I thought Meek's career was over after that Drake shit. It's definitely after that Nicki shit. I was like, he might be a good rapper. I never felt like his career is done. After I heard that shot, I was like, this shit is good.
really enjoying it, but he didn't give him no credit.
is a record that I think keeps me relevant right now without that.
Exactly. So minus that Drake shit, that Nicki shit, how he was looking corny after the breakup, how he was looking corny after the beef. If you put out good work, people will still fuck with you. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna say this for Wale.
Universal. It don't always work for everybody.
And this is now. I think like after your 5th album, you stand and made it. I don't think you even make. I think you just putting out music just to put out.
Nah.
Like, the quality. No, look at most. Not the rappers. I'm not talking about the Jay-Z, the Scarface, and all. Think of everyone now after their 5th album. Like they basically started on TV shows, started vocal line, they started acting.
What was Culture for the Migos? Their 3rd or 4th album?
We're talking about the studio albums. We're not talking about the
The Migos studio album.
They got
mixtapes. I know that, but like,
no,
they got like. That might have been 3. Is that 3?
Okay, and that was a great body of work.
That's the second album. I'm not talking about all these mixtapes now because people don't put out. You don't have to put out albums anymore.
Right, because Wale tapes are sick.
Like you could just put out really like. Look how long Yo Gotti has been in the game.
Albums though.
Look how long Yo Gotti has been in the game, right?
Right.
Like forever. That I Am, that was his 2nd CD.
Yeah.
These battles be torn like
They torn off tapes. They be torn off tapes.
He was torn off cocaine music's like for the longest. Like those are all these are not albums. Like you think about it like the T.I.'s or the Gang, like Gang doesn't have to make he's putting out like an album like every and Gang can rap.
Yeah, he can.
When's the last time you listened to a full Gang album?
I listened to the 1992 joint.
Yeah, it was dope. But did you hear like anyone like talk like you didn't put up to nobody in the
You know why? Because it doesn't have that. I'm in the trap lane. No. Like that, like Wale's trying to halfway do that type of stuff and be like
and see, that's the problem.
with it and
I was
like,
going with him until
you
he
got to stick to the lyricism lane. Like you got to go stick to the
like Tag said, with music is so hard because you want to stay relevant but not conform. You want to stay true because like I always say this about Terrain Quality. This band spits crazy, right? Spits crazy. And then says it's for the love of the music. But then when the Sound Scan come out, he said, oh, they don't appreciate real music, like yada yada, this and that. I said, well, why you worry about Sound Scan? Because you're doing it for the love of the
I think to a certain degree when you like as long as
you want recognition.
But you still want to make money and you still want to be recognized.
You have to when you want to be able to still sustain a career. And he came in at a point where consumers actually went out to the store and consumed his product when he put it out.
That's
whole.
not when Kanye was doing his shit.
Yeah,
that's not the lane no
so
more.
they respect the voice and the craft for how they did it. Now it's more about the vibe for the club or what's making you feel good for the moment. There's no really contemplation.
Yeah, because the digital
but that's what I'm saying. That's why when I name those people, a lot of them can't rap. But if you want to make it in, you kind of gotta like. You can come to a job and say, I'm going to be me, this and that, but no, it's not going to work that way. You're going to have to come and text up, hey, how you doing, sir, this and that, change your accent, just to at least put your foot, and then you can kind of maneuver.
Right,
let's switch it up a little bit. I do understand that point, you know what I'm saying? That's a good point. You got to come in. A lot of people compromise how they are as an artist.
Oh yeah, that
in order to get in.
See, one thing about Wale is Wale didn't do that. He actually did the exact opposite of that. He would not compromise his artistic integrity. And I respected him for getting it on his own merit. Like, you know what, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. It's kind of like Solange. However, when you switch it up later in the game, it's kind of like, really?
Right.
Because you built your fan base. But you built your fan base off of the way that you were. So when you try to swerve into this man's lane and that man's lane, it's a turnoff for people like me who rocked with you on your first album. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Well, let's switch up a little bit. Let's talk about the feminization in hip hop. More so feminization of the men in hip hop. Of course, you know, we got the little Uzis wearing the blouses, Young Thugs wearing the dresses, the pink dreads and the buns and all that shit in their hair. And like, what do y'all think it is? Is it about this gay agenda? Or is it about financial gain? Because we all know when you're in the masses, if you cater to the gay community, or you look like you, not necessarily gay, but pro-gay, like, you accept it, you accept it.
It's about financial gain. Hip-hop was pretty much traditionally founded off masculine, kind of like more masculine energy. As the money gets more involved, like you saw LL do it, and skyrocket, making music to cater to more to the women. Then Tupac did it. You know, you can still have a career and make money without doing it, but
She don't gotta look like a girl.
yeah, you don't have
Yeah, I
to
don't
look like
get
a girl.
that shit.
But it has gone to the point so far now to where the appealing, what's attractive to people is more feminized.
Yeah, it's a trend now.
Right.
Honestly, that whole androgyny with the you know like what could he be? Is he no? Like you don't know.
Right.
You're like Uzi. I feel like Uzi just want to be a bad bitch for real. Like I feel like
Yeah, like, seriously.
with all of this, it's not even just
You never
know all
felt
that.
those fabrics.
All
They make
that.
the
I
fabrics
think
and
he really doing way too much with these shoulders for me to feel
Yeah.
like he want to be a bad bitch. But outside of that, it's like. That type of controversy sells. Like, it sells. It keeps your name in people's mouth. It's like, did you see what this fool have on? It makes you trend on social media. Like, oh my God, next thing you know, you memes. And they get kicks out of this type of stuff, but it keeps you relevant. It keeps a buzz going. It's definitely for monetary gain. I don't feel...
It makes you more friendly. They don't want to make money off of like a Dave East. They're not going to give them like
white people
endorsements
love
like that. They want to make
friendly
these
looking
kids
niggas.
friendly. And honestly,
Definitely put a yacht in the
everything kind of like comes back around because like I feel like sometimes we too hard on the youth because my nieces, you know, my little cousins, they like when the boys do stuff like this. Like you're never going to do anything that a woman is not going to accept in your age. Like and this, hear me out, okay?
Mhm.
We also don't like their music. Andre 3000, when Equipment I came out, remember, he was wearing white wigs. He was wearing ponytails. CeeLo was doing the same stuff.
But that was the music videos, though.
No, he
Nah,
was
he was
dressing
like
like that all the time.
I remember seeing
Yeah,
That's why you saw the free sex levels he had on
When
Hannah
Showtime,
Payne.
when it was Showtime, the camera was on, performances and videos, he did it. But I can't really say that man was just doing that, like that provocative and
I went to go see.
everyday
I
life.
mean, I'm not at the crib, baby, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what
but
I
that's
mean.
we only really know about what you're doing in the public light. Like you,
Not
everyone.
So if he was doing it for shows, he was putting it on the show to.
Right, that's what that's understanding what he's doing is that's like a,
So why was
a
he doing
mimic thing because like it's what they call satire or like being rhetorical. Like I'm putting on the clown suit for you clowns because I want to see a clown show to a certain degree.
I think it's a
So
gay agenda.
it's to make you be attracted or talk about the conversation piece about how he looks or what he got on, but in return you're going to end up listening to what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's what Andre pretty much was kind of doing and showing homage to the George Clintons and the P-Funk era and all that type of stuff. That was what he was doing. What they doing now is like, it's absolutely, you know, feminizing the eye of what's appealing to our youth, us as a people, and it's almost on a unisex type line because if you just still deal with the regular what's attractive in hip hop, like look at MC Light, she's one of the first female rappers. When she first came out, she was on some I suck a nigga, I beat a nigga ass type of vibe.
Right, all of them.
Right, more masculine.
Yeah.
So when you got people like Kim come in, it gets appealing, and these lines is now getting crossed and blended all in between. If we don't make music for the women, you're missing out on a certain level of money.
It goes back to your point when you said rap is built on like their masculinity because hip hop only gets critiqued so hard. It's the only genre of music. You don't write your music. You're not real. R&B rappers don't do it.
But you can't compare the two though when it comes to writing though.
Right, because
Okay, I'm saying, hold on, but that's your missing. I'm talking about. Okay, when the Isley brothers were wearing platforms and wearing crop tops, nobody was questioning their sexuality.
This is the thing.
Prince, no one was questioning their sexuality.
And even
Women love Prince.
And
When you watch your bitch, you can't really question
even the old school rappers that did that, like Melly Mel and the Cold Crush crew,
They was wearing some questionable stuff.
But it was
And they were wearing that in real life. I agree with you.
That was the time though, too.
That was
Everything, no idea is original. Everything eventually comes back.
Right, but see the thing was that was a reflection of the time. That's how bandits really dressed though. Like bandits was really in the streets with their nails out. Like that's how bandits was dressing with these wide legs.
Yeah,
But it just was a little yachty. It just was a little yachty in them. I remember it was a trend. Boys will start wearing Uggs. This was before these rappers came out.
Oh, yeah,
They were wearing pink. I'm like, dog, why you got on a pink hoodie? You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You go to high school, you go to Wise, you go to... These girls are still talking to these guys.
Right, but you know what they said? And that's a cute hoodie you got on. Average dude that got that on, that might can't get that on his own merit, It's a
Yeah, you gonna go cop that.
yeah,
So
it's
what
gonna
you
pop
think is
that.
going? What you think is going to happen in the result of the feminization of hip hop? Because you do got these people, these specific artists who are really pushing this agenda of dressing and looking feminine. I mean, I saw on the Shade Room on Ball Alert today, where one of the rappers who did his BED song, Jacquez, and Young Thug commented right under there saying handsome. You know what I'm saying? So not only is it the dress, it's
keep
like
that buzz going.
you
I don't
know,
have no single out. I gotta keep my man.
I don't know.
Negative, positive publicity is still all publicity.
I think that's part of
It's
it
the
too.
same one we talked about some of the people.
I think those.
You know,
I think
he
Thug
was
and
like-
Uzi might actually be gay though.
Like, no, because that was the same one on Twitter talking about we smoking penises. Sir, you want to,
Right? He calls niggas his husband.
hubby,
yeah,
Uzi and
Yeah,
Young Thug
that's
have their
going-
names
so
on each
that's-
other's chain.
But look, you'll be on the social media. You see them dudes be calling each other sis, which I never got. Do you question their sexuality?
But
Because it's crazy.
No,
It's
but
open.
see, when they do that, that's shade. That's like like insulting. If a
But
dude
shame
calls
is
another-
associated, that term is with women. Like,
But
why
if
do
you
you want to do that? I wouldn't even play with them like
But
that.
no, I'm calling that shade. They don't have to call it shade.
Okay.
Shade is my term, the term I'm using to define that. But that's a jab. If I'm like really sis and I'm a
think
dude, that's a jab.
A lot of this comes from being able to include females more into the culture. Because a lot of this stuff is an absolute no-no for me growing up. Like,
It was a no-no.
A woman's opinion about how a man's dressed or whatever, that wasn't even a factor. Like, you just either gonna be attracted to the way that I'm dressing or you're not.
Right.
Now you got dudes that got females coming in there styling and putting the clothes
Yeah,
on them.
we wouldn't have none of that.
That's appealing to right. A woman telling me what's appealing is like, that's fucked up. Like I'm supposed to be able to dress my own masculine self, and you be attracted to the way I dress myself. Now
And dressing you for the
When we were growing up, if you talked to somebody or associated with somebody who's gay, you were gay.
Yeah, you want
Just by
right.
Yeah.
just by
And, and a lot of things have changed because we become more mature to the gay community. We have an understanding, and let's be clear, it's no issue with the gay community if these artists are even gay. My thing is, if you are, just be straight up and be like, I'm a gay rapper and that's why I dress like this or whatever. Like, don't be calling people bae and husband or handsome or whatever, but you trying to, be posted up with your wife and stuff like that because that's clearly gay. My thing is, if you just be out the closet with your, being a gay rapper, like, it's 2017, like, I don't think that somebody's willing to, break that door open.
you have to protect your brain. You see what happened with the football player, the Michael
He
Sam.
came out.
Michael Sam,
Dude that came
yeah.
out and played for the Cowboys.
Okay.
He plays doesn't do the play for Notre Dame.
No, Michael Sam, no, he was in the NFL.
I know. I'm
Oh,
talking
you said
about.
did he play? I don't know. I don't know that.
You was talking about Mateo to
Okay,
take
yeah,
line,
that's
like
what that's what
the only reason you have to protect your brain, like it's different. You don't know if I'm gay or not, but if I actually come out and say, oh, then it's like.
Well, then I can't respect you then.
Because the
You
thing
can't be
is, you gain that gay following, but then you lose some of your fan base who don't agree with your lifestyle. And I mean that's true, but that's where the androgyny comes in. It's like, oh my God, that
Nowadays, it seems
questionability.
like it would be okay if they said it. Then you probably gonna go sky high.
Exactly.
I mean, you like to think so.
A black male, it's
You
just
like to
that.
think so, but honestly,
I don't know who opened themselves open to that critique being a black male because once you can, just from my opinion, it's like if you're gay, you're not masculine at all.
That's a common
Who-
misconception.
It's
it is,
yes,
but it's common.
but you're going to be ridiculed.
Yeah.
Oh, this
For
is.
3 days, for 4 or 5 days.
No,
for the
that is
same
a
room.
black-
I do. I
It's
think so.
easier for women. You guys
Corporations, no, I'm talking about how corporations love, feminized black males.
Yeah.
White corporations love a non-threatening nigga.
Yeah.
A masculine black
It takes
male
the
is
threat
a
away.
threat
Takes the
to
threat
white
away.
corporations or white supremacy in general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're a
it's
feminine,
fair,
if you're a
like,
feminine gay
it's
man,
fair.
not if you're a masculine gay man. They can't make any money off you. If you look like Bruno Mars, yeah, they can make some money
I
off
feel
you.
Yeah,
that.
that's that's the transition of the then and the now.
Mhm.
Is that look to where the marketability factor,
Mhm.
it's appeasing what this guy have on can be sold to a male or a female. You feel what I'm saying?
Unisex.
Right, it's that unisex lane to where they really, that's the agenda, like it really
Because that's what they're trying to do is erase
Right.
the gender line.
Right,
That's really
erase
what
the
it
gender
is.
line.
So it's like,
And that's what
it's
we
that
definitely need, gender
androgynous
lines.
as appearance, like, where you don't know, you're like, he could be gay.
It
The
was
gay
shit
guy is gonna relate because they like, oh, he gay, I'm telling you. But then the straight guy's like, no, he doing the most, but that nigga not gay. So they're defending the gay people are defending
It's all
him. Meanwhile, everybody's buying your music. That's just really what
But
they
why are we so hard on them?
On the
youngins.
No, it's not about young.
You think of some classic Biggie songs and he say some questionable stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We're not talking about your brother. We're talking about gay
It's satire
He
based on
definitely
some
said he
old.
was sucking dick.
Okay, but he said that's some old.
And I see what he was saying.
Some old man. That's some old man drunk
Shit,
talk.
yeah, no, I understand that.
That was some old.
But I get it. That once did I think Biggie was
Pause worthy though.
that once did I think Biggie was gay.
Right.
So the image that you portray, in like, if it also manifests in your lyrical content, like we might be sold that you gay. So I mean, that's really why. Like you never believe Biggie was gay. Like no way. Like you said.
Right. It's just the market of the market value. So to me, it's more than just the gay agenda. It's a gay agenda so they can realize or feel like they're safe in America or in the world. Period. And it's also a money factor. Pushing that, that feminine type energy into the world. And then if you look at celestial stuff, talking about spirituality, they even say this is the feminine era that's coming in, even with the Pisces. I don't know. It's just different stuff they're talking about right now. It's talking about a feminine energy taking over the great feminine. I don't know if you ever heard of that when they speak about Jesus. Like it's just the vibe that they're doing right now is just making it safer for whoever.
But one thing about that though, it's like the agenda is only placed on us. Because if you look at like affluent white people who are gay, you don't know that they're gay until they go on the Wendy Williams show and say it. Or they go on the whoever's Night Late show and say it. Because their men are masculine and their women, they aren't all like 100% feminine. Like look at Ellen DeGeneres. She ain't walking around looking like a big stud, but she's just not feminine. And these other actors or artists or whatever who are gay, they not walking around in dresses. Oh, they only push that shit in our community. They only praise it.
I ain't say they only
black
push
people.
it. That's their lifestyle. That's the normality for them to make money and flipping and doing all that type of stuff to make money off of themselves in that manner. It's just new to us. We're just in the realization that it's going on. They do that to each other all the time.
What white person that's on TV that's known who's gay that is put out there to be extra feminine or extra masculine or whatever?
Ellen DeGeneres. That's one thing. Just me personally.
Jenner, dude.
Yeah.
He's trans. That's different.
It's all they claim the whole same community. They all go together because it's unusual. It's not the normal because everything that they're talking about is all based upon preference and a decision that you make it.
Yes, but I'm saying that a certain agenda is exclusively pushed on us. That's not pushed on other communities.
But we're embracing it though, so that's like part of the problem.
Absolutely.
It's because our culture is profitable. Our culture, what we do,
They still everything from us.
Right.
We are the originators.
Right. It's the profit value in whatever we come up with, the energy that they may throw out in the air that we come up with to make popular and to be sold to our people, their people, whoever it may be.
And I'm not trying to get deep. It's to cause conflict between
the men and women.
They just want to break up the community.
Well, of course, because
they got to throw a wrench into everything that we do.
The foundation is the black family. So if you can put the women against the men, of course.
Yeah. But just even me understanding the gay thing. I don't understand if you're gay, you're attracted to your own sex, right? So just me personally, I don't understand an Ellen DeGeneres. Why are you looking so manly?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because she's attracted to her own sex, but those are the same people that feel more of a masculine energy within themselves, or they feel like I should have been a boy,
It's crazy. I still look at a woman.
I'm not saying she's necessarily trans, but some like doms tend to have a more masculine energy. They feel like they should have been a boy. That don't mean you want to go get your lady parts, outverted or whatever you want to call it.
So that's that.
You tend to give off that male energy.
So to me, that's okay. Now, if somebody goes that far, to me, that's when you're playing with the transgender element versus just being gay, because you're not being a female
that likes a female.
You're trying to be a male who likes women.
Right, you're trying to be a male. You're embodying masculine energy to like a female. You're not embodying feminine energy to like feminine
Right.
energy.
And
Like
let me
even
plug
with,
this in real quick.
being gay, like it's not like dudes just walking around. Yeah,
Right.
like I like that nigga because he's strong. Like it's I don't understand the gay element.
Well, if you want to understand it, let me plug this in. I have a show on understanding LGBT, and that's 2 parts, and we definitely break this part down. And basically, in short version, you have some people who are trans who feel like they are born as the wrong sex.
Mhm.
Then you have some people who are gay who are just not as feminine. They may not be like a absolute stud, you know what I'm saying? But they may just not be that feminine, and that's what I can respect. But I also don't, right.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't understand why if you're just gay, why are you trying to be like the opposite sex? Why can't you just be in a relationship with the same sex? I don't understand that too.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta understand that energy has been around well before the whole emergence. So I would say the more mainstream acceptability of transgender wasn't really around. So it's like, what else are we calling it?
Right.
It's like, what else are we gonna call it? But
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
it wasn't always a termed situation when you had
I don't understand. That's all I'm saying. Is that
Yeah.
I don't understand that because when I look at it or think about it, even it being interjected within the music and people being more feminine, like I don't understand like a girl being attracted to a street nigga like Young Thug.
Mhm.
Like I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm old. I don't. You know.
Money, financial
Money,
security.
No, I understand the
Yeah.
money. I mean, I understand the status portion, but I'm talking about the actual physical
Right.
person.
I don't think nobody
got
is attracted to Young Thug.
And he got a baby, and that's an
So
appealing
you
factor.
telling me you don't think that there's no females out here that's like, ooh, that nigga fine,
Take away the money,
or
take away the status.
or guy.
Take away the tea because that's what
I mean, there's somebody out there for everybody.
I mean, yes,
I
but
mean, this girl is bad. Like,
No, I mean,
he
but
gotta-
I'm talking about like, okay, this guy has a fan base. Out of this fan base, there are females that are like, ooh, oh
But
my
it's-
god.
I bet you it's 99%.
that's after he got them teeth fixed. Before that, nah.
I mean, with the teeth fixed or not, he has them now. But all I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I mean, the nigga had a baby before he started rapping, so
Yeah, true. Yeah, somebody.
I mean, you got a lot of ugly hood niggas who get girls and
no,
stuff in the
I'm talking
hood.
about the figure that we see now. The way that he's dressed, the way he
polished.
comes across, being polished and all that. The elements that he's
That's
about
only some women.
and making attractive. I don't understand. I don't come from a cloth where women are attracted to
A in a
men.
crop top, a skater skirt. and
Right, like I don't
Like-
that element. I don't understand to a woman that can walk with a guy and feel like,
They-
oh, I'm safe.
They're not. They see past that,
Mhm.
scoop past that, and I see other benefits in you.
Yes.
I'll let
See,
that.
dollar
Okay,
sign.
so is it financial status stuff or is it personality elements?
You can have
I
juice too.
I mean,
Cause
he
it's
might
some,
have the juice.
I got an ugly ass front. Ugly ass front. He knows he's ugly. Alright? We can be outside of a club. He can go at 99 and get rejected. He's still going for that 100. He just, sometimes
Some
you
people
just gotta
have
have
confidence.
confidence.
Some
you know
people
what I'm
do,
saying?
and some
Because
people have that about them, and some people get it once they have money.
Because I mean,
It's like,
ugly dudes is out here getting bitches, so obviously I feel
I mean,
like that
like-
personality factor has to key in at some point where it's
and
just
some
like,
people just know how to talk and have a conversation because I feel like if you talk to a woman and you can get her here,
and you make her laugh.
eventually
You can get a
she
home.
gets, you know what I mean?
For sure. For sure. I mean, and then, like I said, a lot of people have this false sense of confidence because of the money, too. And they carry themselves with a certain,
Hey.
aura that attracts women. Because women are essentially attracted to security and confidence and all those
And-
masculine features.
But being that we don't know you outside the money, we don't
And
know
then the
you
money
outside
makes
the
it
money.
seem eventually. You see it in the judicial system. A lot of stuff. If me and you were Chris Brown,
Yeah.
he gets certain passes because of who he is.
But we were speaking of Young Thug, and I remember that he was walking down the red carpet, and they asked him about, I don't know if it was about like Tamir Rice or something that was going on in the black community with police brutality. He was like, well, basically, I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm making music. I'm out here wearing this and wearing that.
Like,
Do you feel like there's an obligation with these artists to either
Hell
speak
fuck.
on it, speak on things that's going on, or if they're not well versed, to just say, hey, I know it's some concern out there. I'm not well versed on that topic, so I'm not gonna speak on it, but shit is fucked up. Something. Do you feel like it's an obligation? to
We
something?
need people with a position of power, whether you think that you have that, you need
To speak
use
on the racism and the injustices
You
that's
need
going
to
on in the
use it.
community that they are from.
Now, I'll take the latter, what you say with Young Thug. If he's not
Yeah.
well versed, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right. Change the subject, sir.
I think that's what he did. Cause
He didn't say, no, he didn't say anything. He basically was like,
I got on this.
he's like, I don't really know about that.
No. What I'm saying is, I think even if the method was wrong, but I think the method that he was doing was that.
He just didn't do it in a
Because
polished
Wayne did the same thing.
Right.
Oh, he's a fucking coon for
Yeah,
that.
but he didn't do it in a polished manner. But the reality is this, though. You know, some of these dudes are really just out here to get a bag and have fun with it, and they're not here to be a role model or be socially conscious. And to be quite honest, I can't hold that against you. I'm not going to force you onto that platform when you didn't really necessarily sign up for that.
Didn't say
You
that.
wanted,
You did listen.
no, you wanted your bag, but it's like when you in that line,
When you in hip hop, the culture started off with, and that's why it's no longer really hip hop. It's the
Absolutely.
rap. It's the rap scene. Hip hop started off with, if you was a rapper, you had some type of social responsibility.
Absolutely.
About yourself or within your music. That has been eliminated now. Because of the monetization.
But it's who it is, though. I wouldn't ask Young Thug a question like
Okay,
that.
but it's
Would
about
I ask Cole? Absolutely.
It's about
What's the difference?
It's about he's not speaking a little shit about nothing that's gonna hit. Hope is not speaking a little social.
He's a
He'll
capitalist.
make a movie about it.
I'm sorry, man.
No, he'll make a movie, and I respect that. He's not about to get up.
But
That's his way.
That's it.
But he's not doing interviews, period. But he is doing his like the movie about the guy who was in jail.
Mhm.
Who got fucked up.
Didn't he speak in that
What they call mass incarceration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he all have to do with Khalid Browner's story.
That's what I'm talking about. But my thing is, if you don't know about it, then don't shit on it. Like how Lil Wayne was like, "What you mean, Black Lives Matter? I don't care about no Black shit lives matter. My lives matter, my bitches." You don't do that. You don't do that because you have to just say, "Hey, I don't know about that, and I'm just gonna breeze past that because, hey, my man, Louis Farrakhan, speak to him. Don't speak to me about it." But you can't shit on it though.
This may be a reach, but this is an analogy because you said he didn't sign up for it. Okay, I lay down and I have sex with a woman. I'm protected.
We're not doing this.
Okay, we are doing this.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay, hold on. My intention is not
Because sex now has been marketed and ingested into our lives in all type of fashion as recreational behavior.
Oh, absolutely, but at the end of the day, when you choose to raw that joint, I don't want to hear no I didn't sign up that you're pregnant. You
Well,
should have signed up.
that's what he's saying. Once you signed up to be famous and
But
be
see,
put in
this
that
is the
position of power, you have a responsibility.
But you got to think about it. When you got somebody who gives you these ignorant ass vibes, no shade, but like you know what I'm saying, I'm really not gonna ask you. Like I feel like it was almost shade to ask him that. You know this nigga don't know nothing
But
about.
yeah, it is shade. They do that shit.
It's shade. Would you ask Young Thug about anything going on?
Yes.
Okay,
Because it's
No, I mean
I
in
don't
general, like
I
if you
don't
didn't expect a real answer,
Yeah.
fuck.
I don't. But listen, this is the thing. Like you got to look at the reporter. The reporter may be sent out from the office to fulfill a certain criteria,
Yes.
questions, and from
To get a
whoever.
headline.
Right. So it may
Oh, absolutely.
that person might be green to the fact of like
Well, then at that point,
Young Thug
if
is not-
you get, but this is the thing.
How she wouldn't know Young Thug?
But you got
Right.
you got to do your research.
Let's make these black people look at. Let me go
But
ask
you got to do your research because if you're that green that you don't know and you know you're going into the field for this as reporters, they got to kind of do a little bit of recon. But at the end of the day, me being remotely knowledgeable, I wouldn't ask him that. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't make it any less right because like if you don't know, just kind of politely swerve that, like I'm not really too versed on that. Hey, but you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, whatever. However you got to read that. Don't be a coon about it. Don't put it down. Don't act ignorant about it. But personally, I would not ask. In certain people in this industry, I would
Why
not
do you feel
ask.
like you would ask Jay-Z?
And sing, I just thought honestly, it was just a name that popped in my head really. But it's like certain people I would not
But that's
ask
the
that because
that
you
is
just
the more
know.
appropriate person to ask.
Now, I feel what you're saying.
You just it's a certain people you just know it had to be shady.
But these publications, they have an agenda. They want to ask Young Thug, Lil Yachty, and all that stuff questions about police brutality because they want a fucking headline. They want to make them look dumb. They want to say, hey, these black people don't even give a fuck about black people. They want to put that narrative out there. They're not going to ask people like David Banner or people that actually are well versed on this shit, or else they would be on TV explaining these things that they know and they in the fields working on. But yeah, of course they're going to ask the most ignorant niggas because that's what's going to get the most interesting.
I even with me having kids, when I'm around other little black boys, they are not my kids. I have to set an example. When I talk to a woman how I interact with other people. Those are not my responsibilities. Yes, they are. Because I feel like I can always. It's a lot of kids that don't have uncles, coaches,
See, that's the
mentors.
perspective of hip hop versus the perspective of the rap scene. The rap scene is about money. Hip hop is about the nurturing of our community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's just the major difference right now. This is about the rap scene, and with rapping, you can have a motherfucker that can rap, sing, just be a public figure, a joke, a public spectacle. Like anything comes with the rap scene. Because it's not about the other elements.
Yeah, we know these because hip hop embodies more than just rap. So when we talk about rappers, that's what you're going to get. When you talk about,
but we're supposed to tag the culture along with the rapper. That's
You can separate. Jay-Z can, because people always get this. Jay-Z talk about he's a huge misogynist. He's talking about selling dope, this and that. But you gotta separate. This is a craft. This is entertainment.
Right.
You can talk about whatever you talk about. But then when those lights come on and that microphone gets you, you can definitely switch it up. I mean, David Banner made it like a pimp.
I'm not saying you can, but I'm just saying, just off the energy, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like David Banner also has like a master's degree or something like that. It's things about these people that a lot of people don't know. But when it comes to certain people in this industry, I just feel like personally, I gotta kind of know.
You just said that, and I'm listening to like even the Hey Poppy verse. Like Jay-Z was saying misogynist things, but there was a message within it. I was the worst. I used to switch chicks every day. Had niggas mad for real, like they wish she was gay. Cause sooner or later they knew Hun was getting with Jay, just a matter of time she was getting with Jay. That's even a conscious state of existence of knowing the energy that you're giving off is drawing jealousy. And it's talking about that misogynist, like I was getting the girls. It's all of that in one. That's what makes a great MC, when you're able to embody a lot of all of that things, all of those things in one, and give you a message.
Give you game.
Right, give you game. Because these dudes not giving no game.
Right, that's why I'm saying my expectation for them is not that high. They're not giving you game. They're not giving you any of that.
Is that their fault or is that the people before them? Because this is an old thing. You don't blame the student. You blame the teacher.
No.
But who was their teacher?
Now. Before, when we was coming up, you could say that.
Yeah,
there's a different whole element now about these youngers that is
absolutely
like
it's the resources. I mean, we didn't have tablets. We didn't have access. We had
Google is the foundation that
my mom. I had to say, Mom, no one give them the phone.
It's Doom.
I had 30 minutes to be on the computer. I was playing Doom. You know what I'm saying? And my mom said, hey, you got to get off the phone. It's because they get this information from everywhere. You can't even cap it. You can't put restrictions on it. From school, I mean, it's coming from everywhere. That's why you have to have a responsibility to be a role model. Because you can tell them whatever. It's not for you to do what I do, rather do what I say. My son, no matter what I tell him to do, if I come in the house and kick my socks off at the door with my shoes, I can tell him don't do it. He's going to do the same thing. No matter if I tell him not to, he's going to do the same thing. So that's
why I'm saying this shit is a little bit different, because we may have came in the game with our baggy pants on. These niggas like, nah, I'm putting on some motherfucking jeggings.
He didn't even say anything.
These Givenchy, Balenciagas, but anything that's homosexual that a white man had to put on, these youngsters is putting it on, and that's the direct opposite of what we did or what we found.
But you'll see a woman say, "Oh, I like my man in skinny jeans." Like you,
right? So
then he would say, "Okay, I don't give a fuck what James say."
Right.
I like skinny fits, but you're not gonna wear these. Nah, I don't want to see your calf muscles.
That's what I'm saying. A man is only going to do, and I'm not saying all men, but these young, impressionable men, if they not these haircuts, the Duke starting 5 drinks. I mean, my son, why you want to wear this?
It's the freak out Rich Homie Quan.
You know why? Because if the 6th graders, the 5th graders, if the little girls did not like it, they wouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be doing it. Because in that age, you are doing it like you weren't like me for me. You like the dude with overalls. I'm not wearing overalls. That's not me. But them, they want to do it. The girls.
I really think that it's not I really think that it's what the labels are promoting. Because if they were promoting another image, people would flock to that. It's what you're just oversaturated with that you gravitate towards a lot of times with these youngins. Like, I don't really think it's that the women, that the little girls like the boys to look like little girls.
Because they following the trends is what it is. They're goosing them little girls, they goosing the trend. So it's like, oh, you like him, you like this artist, or you like whatever image they gave you, and now the boys are emulating because the girls like it because they see them in it. So it's kind of like this little cycle of whatever the industry feeds you, that's what you're gonna like. That's where you get these hype beats from, where everything that's popular, they have to flock to it. And they don't really even like it. It's like this romp shit.
We all hate trends though.
It's like these romp, but yeah, but this shit wasn't this gay now.
When Jadakiss came out with the knock yourself out video, my whole hood, we just walk around with paper towels around our foot. Like, what the fuck? That don't even make sense. I was sweating. I had to go in the house and keep on and get another paper towel.
But that's the thing though. That shit was wild. But it's like the trend has gotten a little gay now. It's a little
Right.
The trend is sweet, so it's like it's a different image now.
And girl, you think girls wanted to see you with a paper towel in your head?
No, but I mean, Jadakiss had one of the video was fire.
You see Nas video that everybody had the t-shirt tied around their head. They was doing a whole bunch of alien shit back then, but it just wasn't as gay as this shit is now. This shit is super gay. Like, it's very gay. Like, and that's really what it is. Like, now.
It's too feminine. It's too feminine.
And that's why I would say. That's why
nothing.
I just think it's just feminine. It's just like the push,
you're right.
of the feminine
Right,
agenda. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I just think it's just a push of the feminine energy and look and stuff like that. It's just
blurring the gender lines,
right? It's just
making everything unisex.
So overboard.
We can't have nothing.
Right.
Y'all wearing rompers now, like.
No.
We not wearing rompers.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. They wearing rompers.
And then we gotta stop being on. We have to stop. Just because white people make it hot or they parade around in that shit, don't mean that we
our
should.
cultures are totally different. Yeah, like separate. Like
right.
they can
We don't
really
have to do that shit.
They can really get away with certain stuff because it's in their like. I had a coworker of mine. He had a tattoo on his back. I said,
a slut.
I said, hold on. I said, damn dog, you got a church thing. He said, what? He really did not know. Him and all his boys, they go up to Dover, this and that, because in their culture, that's nothing.
That's because we're growing up in the pause era. They don't pause.
No, even when
No, I'm just saying, like even right now.
Getting no
Nothing is pause for them. We pausing everything. Nothing is pause for them. They say wild shit out their mouth that can be really construed. They don't. There's no pause, no hold, no nothing. We prefacing everything. Hey, let me just pre-pause this whole sentence because I'm gonna say some regular shit like, oh, you just not saying it like things that they say and do. It don't get no play in these rides. Like we can't do that. So
let's wrap it up because we can be here all fucking night. It was a very, very good topic. We just wanted to share with y'all what we thought about the state of hip hop right now. We touched on a lot of different things from Wale to the top hottest rappers to feminization and hip hop to all of that. And
wow.
can we put on this spot?
You want to put some cipher links in the comments?
I mean, like, I just found out about y'all. I'm going to explore that later on. And so stay tuned for more shows because y'all just want to have a little cipher. What? Who are these people? I know everybody here. I don't know nobody here. I feel like you rap too.
I definitely do.
Alright, make sure y'all follow us and everything. Make sure you subscribe and we will see you next week for more Sabre Show Live.
All right.